We're going to touch on Meet Gene Okerlund and things like that. We might as well get to that right now. So, from everybody's childhood, most of our child,
Boy, because there's going to be a killer live on air.
but you know what I'm getting at.
Just so you know, when he started in 1970, I wasn't even an itch in my dad.
I'm just going to say, is there any moment of Mean Gene's that y'all have in your head, and like maybe the interviews that he done?
He could hold.
Well, being that I was once an avid wrestling fan, and AJ just brought up the point of any famous Mean Gene interviews. Well, if you want to start with his probably have to be when Hogan became WWE champion for with the company. Mean Gene was the backstage guy at every interview in between before his departure to WCW.
He was. I really like stuff about him. He said he was formerly.
That I can't even believe, but okay, if it's on his bio.
But I guess the memory I have is like some of his interviews with Macho Man. Nice. But some of his interviews with Andre the Giant and Macho Man have been some of the greatest interviews that they all kind of off their walls and say, or just try to really act professional.
That's
At
what
his
he came
best.
off from a Warrior. Warrior made no sense whatsoever half the time.
Yeah, him too. But he was a close friends to certain individuals right here in the business.
Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yep. The ones that's all out there nationally and some locally.
Yep.
So he's been
And let's be honest, when you think about like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be interviewers like backstage or anything, but when you think of any who isn't a wrestler involved in wrestling, who does say ring announcing and that, well, the voice that comes into your head is his.
right.
Not ring announcing, but interviewer.
I said it doesn't matter. Voice.
Fingal was the man when it came to ring announcing.
Stuff like that.
Ever doing ring announcing? I just don't.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Interview wise and backstage stuff, yeah, announcing.
I thought he probably did. I probably just didn't deal with him locally when he was here. Oh, okay. We would look.
I could always guess one of them was probably when he got hit in the head with that battery when Hogan turned heel.
But this one,
Yeah.
Bear with me. They've got literally anything he did with the Macho Man.
I knew it.
It said if there's one thing Mean Gene did it better than anyone before or after, it's remain cool in the face of the most ridiculous people in human history. Simple tenet of comedy: if your partner is absurd, you got to play it straight. You don't always have to do it, but you really don't have no choice when your partner is Macho Man. It says the best promo they by constantly comparing himself to the world. It says another great Gene and Savage mode prop comedy is the Nothing But Garbage promo from Primetime Wrestling in '85. It happened so fast you can't even talk about it. Savage uses another unusually small prop, this time a waste paper basket with a crying towel in it, which Gene sells like a champ. Let's see. Apparently his other ones are his dinners with Andre the Giant. Don't know if you can see that. It says Rowdy Adonis and Ventura.
He covered pretty much everybody.
When he was with WCW. Legendary blooper happens at Survivor Series
SummerSlam
'89 during an attempted interview with Rick Rude. As the story goes, they were pre-taped these interviews but accidentally played the wrong take. The call is legendary. Gentlemen, as you know, the Ultimate Warrior, fuck it.
Because the thing was, while they were cutting the interview, the SummerSlam side at the back of them fell. While they were interviewed, they looked back like, fuck it.
Let's see if it's got it. how else it's loaded.
Gentlemen, as you know, the Ultimate Warrior.
See, this happens.
Is that $200 an hour?
Following closely behind that has got to be his weird nonce sequita during Ric Flair's unforgettable with a tear in my eye victory moment, in which he reminds you there is no smoking in Gene Okerlund's dojo. Okay, hold on.
Campaign world, put that cigarette out.
She's not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me. And David Orndorff is saying about turtles, combining everything might be a perfect Gene interview. Okay, hold on. Let's see if you can hear.
All right, fans, coming up a week from tonight here at Boston at the Garden. Saturday night, February 2, World Wrestling Federation action. That is simply unbelievable. In a return bout, Texas Tornado Tag Team match. Big John Studd, Ken Patera to meet Junkyard Dog and his partner Andre the Giant. By the way, Bobby the Brain Heenan will be there. The ladies champion Wendy Richter to be challenged by Judy Martin. In addition, Barry Windham from Sweetwater, Texas, just a little west of Abilene. Get ready, Windham to go against Russian Nikolai Volkov. Mike Rotundo on that great card to meet the Iron Sheik. And Polish power Ivan Putski will have to deal with the likes of my guest at this time, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orner. You look a little down on the mouth this week. Any reason for that, Paul?
Yeah, there's a reason for it. You know that it's gotten to the point where you know every time that I look at the cameras that another woman leaves her husband for Mr. Wonderful.
I've heard.
Well, you know something, I lose sleep about that.
No, you don't want to do it.
Listen,
You can't help the way you look.
Exactly. I know I'm not Mr. Wonderful. You know I'm Mr. Wonderful.
No.
But who are we to all those millions of people out there know that I'm Mr. Wonderful?
One of our opinions, millions out there that say you are Mr. Wonderful. You're right.
Exactly right. You know something, Gene, just to bring up some things that's happened to me lately. I was flying from LA to New York. I reserved my own first class section.
The whole section?
Exactly. I have my own busboys. I have my own waitresses waiting on me. I want to be left alone. And lo and behold, who comes up and bothers me? Who else? The captain of the airplane. Want to know, Mr. Wonderful, is it okay to take off now?
Oh, come on.
Hey,
The captain's trying to get your permission.
that's right. What do you do on that day? Captain, hey, you call the control tower. They tell you when to take off.
Get the cards from him.
Exactly.
Don't let it bother you.
You know, and this stuff happens on and on and on. I can't even go to an airport. I can't even leave my motel because all the limousines are out there, traffic jam, fighting over to see who's going to take Mr. Wonderful to wherever he's going.
You've got no private life at all. It's going to be a nightmare for
It's
you.
terrible. It's terrible.
Sure.
And even in the Boston Gardens, look at all the legends that's passed through there. Bobby Orr, Larry Bird. Those are really legends. But the legends above legends is Mr. Wonderful, right here. Right here he stands.
You're putting yourself in the same category with
I'm putting myself above him.
with the Koozies,
That's it.
with the Collins.
And you know why? Do you know why? I'm going to show you the body that women love and the men love here. It's just that simple. Take a look at that. How's that look, huh? You don't think there's
You're
a
asking
man
me?
out there? Look at it. I know. Hey, it don't take much for you to please you. Turtle head. You know what a turtle does? You know when you see a turtle with that big old long head and then he does something and it goes in? Well, that's exactly what he's going to do. Exactly.
You see, he's trying not to laugh. That is great.
One of the best, right?
Yeah, it says finally the best thing about Gene is that he never stopped being Gene. Here he is interviewing AJ Styles on Raw in January of 2018. Shoulders above his peers in competition until pro wrestling stops being a thing.
I think I remember that episode.
Yeah. I'm just trying to 5 best moments of his. We have to do these as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Says in what is the most shocking heel turn in professional wrestling, Hulk Hogan did the unthinkable. The post-match interview conducted by Mean Gene is often regarded as one of the best and most important in wrestling history. As incredible as it was, I think one thing about it is that it's a highly important part, as all the fans knew how close Gene and Hogan were as friends. That's incredible. 89 SummerSlam blooper, which we just did.
Yeah. Oh God.
It was great.
Watched it ever. I
Yeah.
know what it is. though.
It said, saw 8 WWE legends all living under one roof together. The legends were Roddy Piper, Jimmy Hart, Hillbilly Jim. Began had performed different tasks in each episode, making their own TV business commercial, forming a roast, becoming male strippers, and more. While each cast member was funny in his own way, Oakland brought a lot of humor to the series, particularly about Barry Norman when he was performing the striptease. Oakland had a lot of entertaining arguments and banter with his co-stars that truly makes Legend House still arguably the most entertaining original network series.
I'm surprised they don't do more of Legends House.
When Mean Gene Oakland was put in the Hall of Fame. 06.
Yeah, along with I think Bret Hart was on that year.
Says
too.
during his acceptance speech, Oakland hilariously quoted legendary basketball coach Bob Knight when he said he'd be requested to bury face down upon his death so his critics can kiss his ass.
They say the same thing.
Okay, Mean Gene Oakland trains and teams with Hulk Hogan.
I remember that.
I did see some of that.
Those are the top 5 moments that this one's particularly saying. It's going to take me about 20 clicks to get back to where I was.
Interesting. But it seems like everybody has a moment.
Well,
About-
and the other thing is what repeat. Okay, well this is loaded. I think part of it is that everybody liked Mean Gene. I don't think there's really anybody who can say they never did. We liked him. Everybody and say fuck it on TV. And
I did get a picture of him signed. I know it's somewhere in here, but I didn't get a chance to get the photo with the guy. I don't know how a lot of opportunities there were, but I just
okay, that's
never got that photo. Don't talk to me no more. I think Impact's Homecoming, the pay-per-view, probably just ended, so I'm gonna try to read with some of the results. Which Swan is the new X Division champ. So apologize. They probably be still on the main event and stuff like that. So if maybe they'll post it up like the last second, but we'll see.
And the other day is that yet again they're changing networks,
Yeah.
and it seems like they've gone back to looking like more like there are times when you've got it on where it's almost like a Ring of Honor stuff. And I'm saying that even Ring of Honor is like overtaken by a local show.
I'll talk about Impact.
Yeah.
Ali and Su Young versus Jordan Grace, who was here this past Friday. Ali and Su Young won, so I think that was Jordan Grace. Like, I apologize about Impact Homecoming. Okay, Eddie Edwards versus Let's see. Okay. And Sam Callahan had won that match. Eli Drake versus the Abyss in the Monsters Ball. Eli Drake won. Yeah, he was just recently in there. Yep, Abyss is still going. What else? Tag Team Championship. Let's see what else. Oh, the women's match with Tessa Blanchard she was here. This Gail Kim. Okay. Yeah, there's a video out, and you want to kiss the tuna? That's what she said. That's crazy. So it's
her own tampon and shove it down the throat of her competitor. The stunt occurred during actions. I'm seeing this post of a woman. Whoever thought this was a spot of fame and Jim Ross was fake. She put her Twitter thing, said, really had no intentions of going viral, just thought it was funny, but Natalia. A penis is funny and awesome. People have come to her defense calling everything from brilliant to art. Someone said, Priscilla Kelly is an artist. The idea is so brilliant, I'm actually surprised on art is subjective no matter what medium. Personally, it's felt like watching Iggy Pop dive off the table of glass in the 60s, and I'm glad I shot it. How sound you'll be at the con. If it finds an audience that it can it be considered wrong? If it doesn't, then it'll die. You can stop change trying to make you better. But my whole thing in regards to that,
Right.
if she had just grabbed the woman's face, it was a bloody tampon.
Right.
Different thing. It's like, it's not, as I say, if she had like grabbed the woman's face and rubbed across.
Like supposed to be that
Okay,
going
and
on
I
too.
get that. Just as people were like disgusted, I don't know about you, but
Oh yeah, and you
Okay.
get a lot of that.
that to me is disgusting. If, say for example, we're at a show and a wrestler puts his hand down, is a good thing. So how can you even compare someone pretending that their dick can throw someone compared to somebody having a blood covered tampon?
I'm just saying they just got a lot of that.
Be
Oh, that's
honest.
true. That's true.
She could have super flaps and flip people with them.
No, I agree with you. That's true. I'm just saying it's going on.
Right.
Like
As soon as let's just go for argument's mouth.
also had I think Undertaker, I forgot who he was going against. Oh, it was Randy Orton in a steel cage match. He didn't know that his dad, Bob Orton, who interfered in the match, I think he was bleeding. He didn't know he had.
And things that you've got to think about is that even if it was a stunt and everything, and it was done just for pure showmanship,
Mm-hmm.
you know there are some dumb motherfuckers out there.
Right.
Dumb. This is no offense to the wrestler in the room, but there's some real dumbass wrestlers out there who are going to be like, oh, that'd be really fun, and fine, and go with their girlfriend. You know people are stupid. There's a reason WWE does it. Don't try this at home. And it's not because of the intelligent people.
No, you true. There isn't like intelligent people
Exactly.
in the world, period. But
Exactly.
there's just another thing. But I'm just saying.
And she could have gone to the woman. She could have said, smell the fish, and then rubbed her crutch in her face. Everybody still would have been like, oh my God. But you know what I mean? It's not as disgusting.
It won't be as bad as that. I know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Like, the only time any man should see a used tampon is if he's in the bathroom and there's one visible in the toilet.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Baby girl,
Let's see.
are you with your friend?
They also mentioned after that women's tag team match, Rosemary had appeared in Aiden, Jordan Grace, and Kira Hogan. So let's see if they finally got the results of the championship match. But while we were doing that, it was another local wrestler that you just mentioned earlier, Adonis.
You can watch Mindy dance.
The other thing is, do you think that it's a...
Oh, he still said this and said that, and
But you know what, when it comes that he had that rapport with,
He fighting with WWE and Hogan himself.
and also as one of his close friends, someone who's
Exactly.
never remained friends, you pose like, come back and haunt your ass.
Hey, that's the whole.
Is that you want to have someone who is a good friend, following their pride, and realize that Hogan and... Are you looking at me, baby? That Hogan and Gene weren't just amazing bouncing back and forwards with each other with interviews, but they were... People need to swallow that tampon and shut up.
this past Tuesday on SmackDown, and it was a good conversation between him and.
Cena, okay. But he was not coming back to TV for a long while. Did he or did he not say that?
No, he did.
He said he wasn't coming back to the thing.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, fair dues, he's doing it because it was.
I get why they brought him back, and I get what you're saying too, that he was going to do house shows. I know he's still doing some house shows that was like so bad. I guess they want to, call people up from the roster. And
You know, it's like we don't need. It's not going to be. You're relying on him going on about how you're rating. You want to do this and you want to do this and everything, and bring up the new stars and that lot. Well, how are those new stars supposed to make a name for themselves if every time your ratings drop, the first thing you want to do is say, "Bring back so and so"?
I know what you're saying. It seems like SmackDown is more following in that plan than Raw is.
Yeah.
But besides, what John
Well,
Cena and
and the
whatnot.
other thing is as well, you want to bring some people back and everything. Obviously, they're on that lot.
Mm-hmm.
But why can't they do this? Have Hogan do his thing for Mean Gene and all that lot, which was how they used to somebody as part of their entourage and all of this lot. And as we found out from when we did the show the other day, Roman Reigns, all of his scripts were written by Vince McMahon, which is why it bombed so badly. But, it's one of those things where don't let Vince do it again, for crying out loud. When times get tough, you're like,
I know it sucks when they bring in like new wrestlers and stuff. It's like, while you bringing some of these new wrestlers up, build some of the mid card ones
Yeah.
that should be up there already.
because
It's like,
you've got a whole bag of other wrestlers who are out there.
mm-hmm.
Get them all, as you said, there's so many in the mix. You know what? We're going to bring up some names because
Actually, I got another idea they could do that they still have not done, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are complaining about that. Same tag team every other month. Every month on a pay-per-view, it's the same 3 tag teams going against each other. New Day, Usos, and the one other team that just came from NXT.
That came from NXT.
The 2 big dudes.
You talk about Cena?
Yeah, no, not Sheamus. The other guy, the big dudes. I don't even remember their names right now. I think they're the champions now. Come to think about it.
Oh, they are. Oh, you talk about AOP from Raw, where they used to be tag teams, but now they're not.
But either way, it's the same teams every month having the titles. Once the Hardy Boys lost them to whomever, it's been the same people. How many times have the New Day had the title? How many times has the New Day won the tag team titles in a year's time? Almost every one of them or retained them. That was within a year.
here we go. 10 forgotten mid-carders.
Oh, that was a good one. Johnny Impact did retain the title, so the power couple of him and Taya Valkyrie are champions. So
Okay, these are the mid-carders who they say that WWE should have given a push to. Chris Masters.
oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
No, I get it, but maybe they should have put a title on him because he been there,
If you ain't good
had no
with-
title on or whatever.
The saying is, if you're not good without the title, what makes you good? What's gonna make you good with it?
Sean Stasiak.
Oh no, No.
He went no. Mm-mm.
he had no
I
gimmick
don't
and just
even remember.
he
who-
had no gimmick, and plus, like, all he known for is trying to attack somebody and miss.
Okay, forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong. Haku.
Oh, Haku. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Haku was he was decent back in the early.
Yeah, especially because he won like King of the Ring like a long time ago, has he?
He was King Haku. Bobby Heenan managed him. Him and Andre the Giant were tag team champions at one point in time, known as the Colossal Connection.
Okay, Chuck Palumbo.
Oh,
Chuck Palumbo. When he
Yeah,
had
a Billy and Chuck were together.
yeah that, and he came back with a biker gimmick. So I can
yeah.
like they should have pushed him. Maybe have like a mid card title or something, but
Probably
at least
Intercontinental.
yeah, at least something.
Just Incredible.
I don't know about
Mm,
Just Incredible.
he was the ECW
He was
type
okay.
of
He
gimmick,
was
so
okay in ECW, but once he hit WWE,
they didn't know what they wanted to do with him.
D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo
Yeah.
was cool. D'Lo
Oh,
was
yeah.
Intercontinental champion and European champion.
And he's currently I think he's a Legends champion in the company in Indiana. I went to go see their shows only once, and it was Heroes of Wrestling, so it was pretty good. So if I hopefully if I go there this April, he's going to be there, and hopefully I get to meet him. So I'm praying and hoping. So we'll
Eugene.
see. Mm,
What were they gonna do with him that they didn't already do?
he was a tag team champion.
With Regal,
Yeah.
you can put anybody with William Regal and make him look good because William Regal is just that dang good.
But I think like Eugene had all that hype and that gimmick is like threw people off to how they put them on the list.
Gangrel.
Ed and Christian and the Hardys had that tag match, and he's like the winner supposed to have like Terry Reynolds manage him, but he ended up taking her, and they all jumped him at the end,
Oh.
and it's like I think that's when they kind of killed his drive, and he could have done something else.
Grandmaster Sexy.
Oh, Brian
Brian
Lawler,
Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler's kid, who recently died.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yep. I think it was a heart attack, I believe.
Vader.
Yeah.
Vader was just that man. Vader was already. They didn't give him as much push at WWE as he should have probably gotten, but he was that man in WCW.
Yeah, he was established in WCW, but WWE is just like
By that time, Shawn Michaels was the champion. They weren't gonna let the Golden Boy at that time lose the title to him.
he was kind of like they said Shawn Michaels was kind of like in that power trip at the time.
He was,
Yeah.
and plus he was the champion too at the time. So
I've just put in worst WWE jobbers. Let's
Hopefully
have
somebody's
top
on there.
10 biggest jobbers in WWE history.
Number one.
indeed,
Tom Brady in the 90s, lasting 2 years. However, in that time, he established himself.
he had a good gimmick, and didn't win the title. He had with him and Cody about the briefcase. Like Cody had threw the briefcase in the lake. That was a cool briefcase. Yeah, where's my money? Don't even know that person.
It's from the 80s. Heath
Oh, God.
Slater.
he's
Misused. Yep, he's been misused. Like he's been a tag team champion a couple of times and stuff, which is good. It's just like when they.
Big jobber in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gilbert. Barry Horowitz.
Oh, it's Wayne. Skip of the Bodyguards.
Iron Mark Sharp.
That sounds so familiar. Let me see that guy's picture.
I did heard
I
of him,
swear he
but
sounds
just
so
I
familiar.
don't know.
Took a shot against Bob Backlund, but lost the match. Favorite move was to deliver sharp elbow with a cast on his right arm. He even tagged with Hulk Hogan apparently at some point.
Oh, wow.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Legend.
I had his autograph somewhere before. I don't know where it is anymore.
Well, that was all of them. So
He may be the jobber of all jobbers, but he's still. Oh, that sucks.
wrestling history.
Why not?
We could end the evening with that. Does that sound good?
Why not?
Yeah, I know I have a few things to go through, but go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
Legend of Doom 2.0.
Well,
I like that tag team.
they were champions. Hey,
Yeah,
Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie.
they were just some goofy.
they were just crazy.
Tag. They used to come out loud. Harry.
Man, they called him horrible.
And
Yeah.
Finnegan.
I remember them probably like 5'8", 5'9", or something like that.
David Flair and Crowbar.
David Flair.
That must have been.
Harlem Heat 2000.
Harlem Heat. Oh, I mean, they're not a horrible team. That's like one of the funniest and craziest stables that they had at that time.
Okay, the Basham Brothers.
Basham.
Oh yeah, with
I remember them.
I forgot that black girl that was with them, the
Jacqueline.
manager with the whip. Yeah, because her name was Jacqueline too.
Jacqueline Moore.
No, not that Jacqueline. It's a different one.
Shanique,
Yeah, that's her name.
Deuce and Domino.
Oh yeah, they were like the guys from the 50s, the greasers
Yeah,
from the
looking at the
50s, and their
pictures.
girl and their manager was Cherry, and she came out on roller skates like a teeny bopper.
Right, but the guy that played Domino is now Kenny Omega.
Really?
Yep.
Techno Team 2000.
And we have anything that the Harris twins did. West Hollywood Blondes.
I didn't even know that team.
That's just wrong. This is
Never heard of Van Austin.
That they was like both TC and Tracy was talking about it all week, and it's like a benefit show. So let me try to get that back on there. I know it's January 26th, and it's not that far from here where it's going to happen. It's like a community fundraising event with 5 big wrestling matches. So they had the Outcast Movement, the Seth McGuire, Tiny Love, and Family. Oh, New Hope Youth and Family Service. So it's 2004 North 33rd Street.
I can stand there and glare at people I don't like.
Everybody.
When everybody started booing him, you remember? TC
Yeah.
came out and all just started booing everyone.
Yep.
And then he was like, this DeFalco. Hey, listen to this. You gotta listen to this. It was actually funny because your mum was sat near me and then you heard this one, somebody in the back, and I'm still on Facebook Live at this point, go, because Frankie DeFalco's a cunt. Really loudly.
And
They don't.
few of his cronies too.
Yeah.
So, also, if you get a chance to go to 2019 WFSO Awards and stuff, we put out like at least 2 nominations up every week. If there's like a bonus or something like that.
And I'm just saying, if when the thing comes up for bet, he keeps winning every freaking year. He gets the votes and wins. Look, you got to remember, I'm the brains behind it. I'm not the beauty. I'm not even the brains.
That you were.
No, I didn't say I was the brains behind it.
She said she was the beauty behind it.
So I could actually win for a change because this fool keeps winning.
You know what? Be sad, even though I'm just recently becoming.
Do you know what? If you win and
That'd be
take
sad
it,
if I
I
win.
swear to you.
They're like, who's that guy who's always in the background? He knows so much about wrestling.
We already
Like,
said your name's the encyclopedia.
they're like, he knows so much about late 80s and 90s wrestling. Who's that guy
I
in the
swear to you,
background?
if he wins, you'll go to see. You're gonna have this is a WFSO update. Hazel has gone apeshit.
Yeah, that category put up within the. I'm gonna say within the next 3 weeks.
For shizzle.
Don't vote for him. Get a
That
chili
should be
pig.
good
You
motivation.
won't get us canceled.
That's great motivation for any guy out there.
Right. Although it's gonna get us canceled.
Hey, but if it gets me votes, I'm all for it.
Right.
Okay.
Facebook will not support the
We
channel
can always put
for
up
the
there,
next 6
due to
months.
Due to the graphic nature of this show, viewer discretion
It's
is advised.
We should say that for all the customers we be doing.
Today on WFSO. With the cheaters music playing in the
The 11 p.m. We will only use the word damn, hell, and bitch. We will never, however, use the words shit, fuck, goddamn, video. We promise there'll be less dick references. Oh shit! Watch your fucking mouth. The fuck me, god damn it.
today on WFSO.
Oh, no. Coming up on this episode of WFSO.
Haters everywhere. Cause everybody's hating. Around the clock.
Come on.
Okay. We good now?
I
don't think we gonna ever get over that.
You know how they got the one girl on there on Cheaters was coming on like I just can't take the live. Show you this.
Day night raw.
Investigation Day 200. Welcome to the next WWE event, which is not a house show. It's close to
Next, the confrontations. Have some footage that I think you would like to see. This investigation day, we see that we track John Cena to the SmackDown taping, and as you know, SmackDown is not a house show. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. He said he was going to go return on house shows. We know where he is right now. Would you like to go and? I knew he was going to come back on TV. All of a sudden, they come in there. John Cena's in the ring. John Cena, I'm Joey Greco, a cheater. Would you like to tell your fans why you've been lying to them this whole time throughout the year?
It'll be that one big fan with like everything he had.
Yeah.
Like,
And he was showing John Cena's slow motion. After being busted by WWE.
Okay.
but the fan says that he was disappointed but kind of happy at the same time.
And on that note,
Maybe next year we'll have a W.
The whole year.
yeah.
Actually, for
WWE Female of the Year, Female Wrestler of the Year, and I think the other Stable of the Year I put up there. And also the year, which a few people. So today I had to explain why, and a few other people had to explain why this
Yeah.
particular fad was not and will not be put on there.
It'd be bad if you can't even tell the people who don't know what it is.
Well, we kind of mentioned it earlier, so
Yeah.
Okay.
so they ain't caught on. Then we need to go back to do something like the days of RDWF, the rise,
Rise and fall because he rolls up, the ring broke, and we shall end the show.
and keep on voting every week and put your votes there. Like I said, votes will end. The last day of voting will be March 31st and the day of the anniversary. But
That weekend type.
that kind of weekend on the 27th of the Royal Rumble will announce more information about WFSO Award. Nobody hasn't seen the logo yet. This one. I did wanted some people to create their own. I'm trying to see if there's one more thing. Talk about the logos. We talk about what was everybody's New Year's revolution on?
Resolution, not revolution.
Revolution in the or whatever.
Sorry.
Particularly have one.
Just wrestling wise. It ain't gotta be like a personal one, just wrestling wise. What you want to see happen. Okay, what does everybody wish that would happen in 2019?
Simple as that. We already said it. I'd like to
Or
see
new
new
ways to
talent.
build up
Yeah.
talent. Start
Stop
giving
it.
people pushes that ain't nobody know
Exactly.
about.
Exactly.
Daniel Bryan is tired. All these people are tired, and yeah, you got all these new people coming in from. Are gonna get tired. They get pushed by the wayside with no way of getting any exposure, and going to either Ring of Honor and TNA where they ain't gonna know how to use them either.
Has never been like world champion, so they've been doing decent on that. Like, look at Johnny Impact, which was John Morrison. He's champion.
And a friend of ours went in there and saw him, and he came out of there and everything. And this little kid apparently asked him for his autograph, and he gave him his autograph and got a photo. And our friend also, which was actually Robert's Matthew's godfather, asked for his autograph and got a photo as well. And as leaving the bathroom, he goes, "Now you can go back to your seat and tell everybody you smelled John Morrison shit."
They even showed us a picture, and all. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, he said that.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Probably next time we'll go over like stories of like how the wrestlers we met and any like funny stories that we have about them or something like that.
The Goldust one was the best one ever.
I have to say that the Goldust one quickly. We go downtown, and
Oh, the pay per view.
one of the comic conventions was on.
Oh, Anime Milwaukee,
Yeah. And Goldust walks in and he sees all these people in costume and his eyes light up and he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And someone said to him, I think they just refer to it as Comic Con type thing because not everybody will automatically distinguish between anime and all that lot.
Right.
And he looked around and he's like, he rushed to check in and comes back past everybody and he sees all these people and he's like, I've got to go. He's like, I don't have a costume. And literally everybody in the lobby of that hotel went quiet, turned their heads and looked at him, and then you heard this voice go, but you're Golda. Oh God, yes I am. And then he ran up the stairs, he got changed. And I think the best part for him in regards to that is that he would be able to walk around in full costume and people think that he is just in costume.
Right.
So he walked around and then he came back with like all these bags and everything. And he's like, I went shopping. And then he went, does anyone know what the time is? And somebody said it was like 1:30 or 1:45. And he's like, shit, I'm late. Literally hurtled up to his room. He must have like opened the door, thrown everything in, grabbed his bag, and came down in full costume to get his cab to go to Bradley Center. That was the okay. We'll think of more encounters that we've had that have been funny or amusing,
I would have more than I would.
or that just left us starstruck.
Because both of y'all met Vince McMahon. There is no way that I can out top anything if y'all both met Vince McMahon. I can't out top anything.
So,
I can't top nothing besides that.
what we'll also talk about is how we've seen them treat other people as well, because there's some people
About 3 of them offhand.
and they're like the sweetest, nicest person on earth.
For you, like, I'm gonna show my damn self.
Promote that.
The radio network, hopefully we'll get something resolved with that very soon. So
That was not.
on the radio network and try to get some things going. So hopefully within the next couple of months we'll work with something. And we're also sponsored by Lay's Potato Chips. Go get you some. And also Dunham Sports. Go to the location near you.